Hey guys, today's short video, we're diving into some goal setting. I'm gonna keep it super basic, super easy. Aim of the game is for you to just dive in and do this exercise so that you know exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve. Because if you don't have a goal, you've got no idea the journey that you're on, you're not really sure if you're achieving it, if you're on track. So having a goal gives you that. It gives you that end point so you know exactly what you're on track and trying to achieve. So let's dive in. The best way to set a goal is to just ask yourself what it is that you're trying to achieve. What would make you feel happy? What would make you feel confident? Why are you here? What is it that you are trying to achieve? Now, 9 times out of 10, we tend to lean towards the most common thing, which is, I want to lose weight and tone up. That's good because that's probably like the first part of it, because you know what it is that is going to make you feel good. What we want to try and do now, though, is to break that down even further. We want to make sure we have something that's specific and something that is achievable, and we want to set a bit of a time on there as well. So let's use that. Let's use the lose weight and tone up example, but we're going to break it down a bit more. So what you want to do now, and it is handy if you have a notepad or you have something that you can write this down, because the first thing you write down may not even be your goal. It may just be the starting point. So let's say, for example, I want to lose 5 kilos. Okay, I want to lose 5 kilos because that's what I think I need to lose. So I write down, I want to lose 5 kilos. So that's the first step. You've got the main sort of bit of the goal, and that's the first thing we're aiming to achieve. The next thing we want to do is we want to break it down even further, and we want to add some more meaning to it, because a goal without meaning is just a bunch of words. If we don't actually know why we want to lose 5 kilos, or there's no real reason for it, we just think that's what we're supposed to say, so we're going to say it, it's not going to be real enough. So when the time comes that you need to use your goal for motivation, or you need to really dive into it and feel it, it's not going to be there. So we want to make sure we feel it. So let's say I want to lose 5 kilos. The next thing that I'm doing is I'm going to ask myself why. Why do I want to lose 5 kilos? What would that 5 kilos do for me? Is it going to allow me to fit into the pair of clothes fit into the clothes that I want to wear that I don't currently fit? Am I going on a holiday in, say, 6 months, and I want to make sure I look good and feel good for the holiday? Like, write that down. We want to make sure we have that down there. So let's say, for example, I want to lose 5 kilos because I've lost my 6-pack and I want to get my 6-pack back. All right, there's my reason why. So I want to get my 6-pack back. From there, you can take this as further and as far as you want to go. The way to do that is to be that annoying child that always just says why. So look, first thing, I want to lose 5 kilos. Why? I want to have my abs back. I want to get my abs back. Why? Because I feel like I don't have abs and I'm feeling very self-conscious about that. Why? Because I want to be able to take my shirt off and feel good. Why? Because it gives me confidence. Okay, boom. There, I know the reason for me to lose this 5 kilos is for confidence. I'm lacking confidence, and I know that by having my abs, it's going to make me feel more comfortable taking my shirt off. I'm going to feel better about myself. I'm going to feel more comfortable in my own skin, and that's my goal, okay? Beautiful. I've got my goal. I've got my reason why. Next step, write it down. So I want to lose my 5 kilos to give me back my abs and to make me feel more comfortable without wearing a shirt. Cool, I've written that down. Say, for example, in your case, it's that pair of clothes you want to wear. Or say if it's just, you want to be able to feel good wearing a bikini, or you want to be able to feel good looking in the mirror with no clothes on. Like, whatever it may be, write down the why, because the why is very, very, very important. Without the why, you don't know why. And it makes it so much harder for that goal to stick. So I've done that, got my why. Next thing we want to do is put a bit of a time frame on there. So lose 5 kilos. Rule of thumb, I like to always go on the 0.5 kilo a week if I'm trying to lose body fat. 0.5 kilo a week. It's going to allow you to do it at the right pace so that you're not going to sacrifice too much muscle mass. If you want to try and lose a bunch of weight super quickly, you can do it, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose a lot of muscle mass with it. And then that's when you tend to start looking more at the weight. And we don't want to just look at weight in kilos. We want to be looking at this 5 kilos of body fat, because we want to try and lose 5 kilos of body fat, not 5 kilos overall, because I could lose 5 kilos of muscle and that's not ideal. I want to lose 5 kilos of fat. Okay, so next thing is to put a time frame on it. If your goal is 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 20 kilos, 50 kilos, whatever the goal is, best thing to do is to work out how long it's going to take you to do in a realistic sense. Because if you put a 20 kilo goal in 1 week, it's not realistic, it's going to be hard to achieve. And after that first week, if you haven't achieved it, you're going to feel bad. And that's what's going to make you have that negative thought, and you're going to feel really bad about it because it hasn't been realistic. So we want to make sure it's realistic, it's specific, and we can actually achieve it. Okay, so 5 kilos, if I'm trying to lose half a kilo a week, losing 5 kilos of body fat, doing the math, it's going to take me about 10 weeks. So I would want to set that as my 3-month goal, is to lose 5 kilos of body fat. That's my goal. I've worked out the time frame. So say, for example, your goal is to lose 10 kilos of body fat, 20 weeks. Half a kilo a week, 20 weeks. If it's 20, half a kilo a week, 40 weeks. Okay, so that's a good time frame for this because there are going to be ups and downs. You might find that in the first couple of weeks you lose 1 kilo, but then you're going to get to a point where you may plateau a little bit and you've got to figure a few things out. So to make it more accurate, that half a kilo a week is the game plan. Okay, so for me, I want to lose 5 kilos of body fat because I want to have my abs back and feel more confident without wearing a t-shirt. And my time frame on this is 10 to 12 weeks. Boom, there's my goal. That's what I'm gunning for. And I write this down and I keep this there and I make sure I've documented it so I know that it's in here, and it's going to make me keep myself more accountable because that's my goal. It's going to give me that sense of like, the days where you don't feel like coming to sessions, or the days where you just want to have takeaway, or the days that you just don't want to do anything, you think of that goal. You're like, hey, is this going to get me closer to this goal, or is it going to push me further away? And then when you look at the things that you may be doing, if it's going to push you further away, that's when it's up to you to be like, okay, no, I shouldn't be doing that. I need to be doing this. Or no, this isn't making me achieve my goal. I've got to do less of this. Or this is going to help me achieve my goal. I've got to do more of this. Okay? Then you write down the time. So like I said before, I'm losing 5 kilos of body fat because I want to have my abs back and feel more confident, and I've got 10 to 12 weeks. Boom. There's my goal. It's set. And now it's up to you to keep that there wherever you're going to see it. Print it out, put it on your fridge, stick it to your forehead, put it in your phone, wherever you need to put it. Have it there as a reminder of that is why you're here. That is what you're trying to achieve. And once we achieve it, boom, we can go on to the next thing. Don't feel like you need to set little goals, because if you have a goal to lose 50 kilos and you know that it's going to take you 100 weeks, we can dial it back. So realistically speaking, it's still going to be in a month time, you want to try and drop 2 kilos of body fat. So you've still got a monthly goal that you're working towards. Don't just look at that massive goal at the end and think, oh my God, this is going to take me so long to achieve. Break it down. And that's what we've done here. So by having a 5 kilo body fat reduction goal, and it's 10 to 12 weeks, yes, it's 3 months, but we have weekly goals because we're aiming to lose half a kilo a week. So we can dial it back. And as long as we're focusing on losing half a kilo a week, we know that it's going to take us 10 weeks. And after that 10 to 12 weeks, we're going to have achieved our goal. And then we can reassess, do another body scan, and move on to our next goal, okay? So that's the basic breakdown of how to set a goal. If you're struggling with it and you're not really sure what it is that you're trying to achieve, just ask yourself, what is it that would make me feel more confident? Because usually speaking, when it comes to health and fitness, our goals and what we are trying to achieve comes down to what makes us feel more confident. We want to lose body fat and tone up and be more fit and healthy because it gives us confidence and it makes us feel better about being in our own skin. So if you're struggling to find out what your goal is, just spend a bit of time asking yourself what it is that you're trying to achieve, why it's important. You may have 5 or 6 different goals that you write down, and then you can look at it and be like, okay, that's not really a thing. Okay, that's my thing. And then you look at the one that you think is the most important one, and then we dive into that. Okay, that's how to set goals. If you have any questions, just let us know. But this is very important to do early on.